Alright, CSS battle time. Let's see what we got. Okay. There's a repeating pattern here for sure. It is, yeah, okay, that is a vertical line and that. Alright, so here's my thought. I like linear gradients for this, but the step down, that's the challenging part, because 2 linear gradients and you could have this grid sorted. Even with a actually a conic gradient, you could have this grid sorted. But those steps, do I do box shadows? I could do an element and then a whole bunch of box shadows. Is there a way to, should I do 4 elements? Or yeah, 4 elements, and then each one with its own linear gradient, just a single linear gradient, and then margin them in. I don't think the margin in thing would work. I think the linear gradient would shift along it. I'd have to rewrite it every time. Which margin and a variable change could work. It's like I want to write things once and then leave it, let it just sort of happen instead of having to specifically declare each step down, because it looks like a fairly consistent, oops, whoa. Wow, Firebase storage, interesting. I just grabbed something there, I don't need it, but let's see. What I wanted to look was what each step is. 335 to 317-ish, 294. So 335 to 315 to 295, it's 20 pixels each time, each step. 275, yeah. So it's a 20 pixel step each time. Probably just need to write the gradients. I'm still deciding how I want to tackle this. I should probably just get to writing it, save time. Background is going to be, do I want to do conic gradient or linear gradient? I think one conic gradient shaped will do all of this, but it might what is it? This is 65, and then from top to bottom it is 45. I can fix that with negative margin. Border 65 pixels, solid, and red. Okay. We are going to change this to an and to hide the body. I'm not sure how I'm going to even use the body yet, but what I want to do is margin -20 and 0. There. So that should have our edges in place. That way when I do a conic gradient, yeah, I spelled that right. We're going to find out. Gradient. Yes. I don't know why it's looking so weird to me. We're going to put a no repeat on this. But we're going to do, just so I don't have to declare degrees, we're going to do that to 75%. And then we'll do yellow with a 0. So we have our yellow block. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move it up into this little area here, size it up into there. And once I do that, we're going to go 0 space 0 slash no, I need this size. I need to do specific sizes. Let's see, what are we? From 65 to 150, we're looking at 90, 85. So like 85 pixels across. Hey, yeah. There we go. No, that's positioning it. I'm positioning it with this. I don't want to position it. Why do I have caps lock on? This is size, 85 pixels. I always get position and size mixed up. Okay. So, no, it needs to be more than that. 105. Too much. 95. It is 85. I need to position it. Man. Alright. And then vertically, halfway is from 45 to like 95? 45 to 95 is 50 pixels. Okay, now let's position it. We are going to bring it out. Let's just, no, not 50. And we need to actually position it in here. There we go. And 20 pixels, 30. Okay, there we go. Okay, theoretically, I don't know why it's all jagged right there. I wonder if 0, 0. Okay. Why is it jagged right there? Alright, let's turn off no repeat, see how this looks. There we go. It is not great. Let's make this a little bit wider. That's better. And then our height. There we go. Okay, so I didn't do my math right, but we got there. Oh, those little steps look like they're gonna get me. I wonder why it's not a clean gradient like typical. I've seen it do that before. It always seemed odd. Okay, so now you see all that's left is those steps. How do I want to get rid of those? I mean, I could just use the body and then box shadow. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all of the same color. And since border is using that same color as well, I can just do color property, and it's really not that bad. But man, I wish there was a way to 20, 40, 60 without having to write all those values. Alright, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do this. And what we're going to do with body is we're actually going to build it with just the... Right now, I got to do position fix for this to work. Because I have to take a border off. Actually, I'm rewriting border, so let's do that. It's going to be like 20 pixels. Solid. Okay. Still creating havoc. Margin 50. Alright. Alright. Let's put the color up here. Oops. We're going to put our color in the red. there. So the border took over that. Yeah, I think I just do position fixed and not fight this, because I could probably margin it down into its spot. What I'm thinking is make it the right size. It doesn't have to even be precise because it's just that orange color. It just needs to be a block in the right spot. So yeah, let's see if we can margin this properly. But I want to condense it down so it collapses completely. Let's say 100. Whoa. Oops, I already have margin. What am I doing? I want it to be, well, it can be to the top right corner, and then I just have positive values for box shadow, which is actually a good thing, because negative values in box shadow you can't close like on margin. If I have a -0, not that -0 is a proper value, but you can get rid of the space and it doesn't break anything, right? Without it, you know, that doesn't work clearly. Box shadows, you can't do that. So having positive box shadow values is actually the ideal. Let's go 50 for the top. This is tricky. Let's actually give you a different, I want to be able to see it. All right, let's go 50. And right and left, we're going to do, right is going to be like 200. And then bottom is going to be like 200. And then left is going to be like 50. And because of the massive margin, it's causing the HTML unit to expand, and that border's moving, and so you're seeing more of the conic gradient out the bottom. All right, cool. Let's make it easy on ourselves like I wanted to. I probably could have done a translate, but at this point, let's just do this because it makes life so easy. Do I even need padding? Or is, no, I will. That's not going to be a big enough block. You know what? Let's do that. Because well, we're going to need 60 pixels total. And that's going to be 60 pixels because it's a 30 pixel border and you have 30 on each side. So that should be good enough. Let's margin. I don't need padding. Let's margin you into our spot and then box shadow. 20. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Let's click back into here. 20, 30, 40. There we go. Good enough. And -30. It's about right. And so now let me get rid of this. Oops. 20, 30, 40. Okay. Box shadow. All right, let's work on the lower ones first. So we're going to go 40 pixels, 0. I got that backwards again. 0, 40 pixels. Okay. 50, 60. Perfect. And we're going to go 20 because we know it's a step of 20 pixels. And then that means we drop 60, so we're going to go 40 pixels, 120 pixels. That's that. Let's get our other side. Let's find how far we have to go. Pixels 0. Let's go a little bit further to 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 290. Okay. And so all of them are going to have that 290 pixels by 60 pixels. Not 60, 40. Oh, it is 60. Yeah, there we go. But it's not 290 now, it's 270, that's right. And so then we'll do 250. 250 pixels by 120 pixels. Now, if I changed those pixel values to something like Q, we would save quite a few characters in there because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It would be 9 characters just right there, changing from pixels to Q. And then all these other ones here too. You can do that if you want. Let's see if I even get 100% before I start chasing my tail on that. 100%, I'll take it. I'm going to leave it there. Yes, I know there's ways to save more characters. I'm not convinced this is even the best solution. There's got to be a way to step down without declaring it on every step, like I did there with the box shadow. It's got to be a clever way, you know? Something dry. Oh well. That was fun. Hope you have a good night.